I was supposed to be backpacking in the Smoky Mountains today. Unfortunately, my flight was canceled, and then there was a cascading series of travel disasters. I was not able to get to the trailhead in time to do my backpacking itinerary. So now I'm car camping at this cute little yurt, which is not a bad outcome. Sometimes it's kind of nice to switch things up and car camp. The car is right there. It's very convenient. This is one of several sites in a place called the Heart Center, which has a few different yurts and a few different tent sites scattered throughout the woods. And then there's some central bathrooms and sort of like a little cafeteria social area. Down the hill from me is another yurt, although it doesn't look like anyone's there tonight. This site is close to a few different trailheads in the Smoky Mountains, so I'm hoping that I'll be able to make good use of the remaining 2 days that I have here and go on some fun hikes. After a trip where I forgot my spoon and said I would never use my trowel in desperation again, here we are. I cannot find my spoon. I know I packed it because I know I saw it earlier today, but I have no idea where it is. This is the kind of trip where nothing is really going exactly according to plan. Today I am attempting what is for me a challenging day hike. It's Gregory Bald via the Twentymile Trailhead, and it's about 16 miles and 4,000 feet of elevation gain. I'm about 2 miles in so far. I think the hardest part for me is actually going to be the heat. It's very hot and muggy today, and I'm already sweating a lot. So we'll see how that goes. I'm hoping that it'll get a little cooler as I go higher in elevation. I brought a whole gallon of water with me because last weekend I went on a preparatory hike that was about 7 miles and 2 liters didn't feel like enough. So I'm hoping the gallon will be enough. I'm kind of wishing I brought my water filter, but I didn't do that, so it's too late now. Hey, bear. This is hard. This is definitely type 2 fun. Final stretch, almost there. I was wrapped up in my own thoughts, forgot to say hey bear for a few minutes, and then a black bear came crashing through the brush, ran across the trail in front of me. I'm kind of glad I got to see one actually. I've never gotten to see a black bear before. Unfortunately, then I yelled at it and it ran off. It seemed a little startled by me. So now I've made sure to resume the bear calls. It didn't look super big. It was kind of a small looking one, but not a cub. It was clearly a full-grown bear. Okay, so just about as soon as I said that, and I was calling hey bear pretty consistently, I saw another one just up ahead. It kind of growled. And then I was like, okay, I'm backing up, sorry. So I'm coming back down the trail, and that one didn't seem as keen to run away as the other one did, so I'm gonna give it time to move off. It's interesting, I haven't seen anything all day, and then all of a sudden up here on the ridge, there's tons of bears apparently. I do have bear spray, which usually I wouldn't have just for black bears, but in the Smoky Mountains, there have been a few bear attacks. I think maybe because it's such a popular park, there have been cases where they get habituated to people and some things have happened. So I did get bear spray just in case. Hopefully I don't have to use it. Man, just when I was about to get to the summit of this hike, it's like less than half a mile to Gregory Bald, and I was like, all right, I'm almost there. I'm gonna get up there and eat my lunch. So I'm gonna give those bears, I'm not sure if there was one or two. It might have been a mama bear. I don't know. I didn't like stay long enough to see. I just like backed up really quickly. So I'm gonna give them a few minutes to move along with their day, and then hopefully I'll be able to continue on this trail. I did it. Yay. That was really hard. So I got past the bears. So I gave them some time to kind of move along. And then I called out. So I got my trekking poles out so that I could use them menacingly if needed. And then I just made a lot of noise coming up to that part where the bear was right near the trail and growled at me. Fortunately, the bear was no longer there to be seen. I continued making a lot of noise as I came up to Gregory Bald, and now I'm here. It's really cool. And I was hoping to have lunch here, but there's a very menacing storm cloud, and I just heard thunder, so I gotta keep moving. Yeah, so this is how people die sometimes, being on a mountaintop where you're the tallest thing. So I need to keep going, sadly, because this is a really cool spot, but I don't want to die. Honestly, I mean, it's a beautiful day, and I'm happy to be in the woods, as always, but it was a little bit of a sort of uneventful hike until now, until I got up to this ridge. And in the space of about 30 minutes, I've seen 2 bears, and now there's a thunderstorm rolling in. So things are picking up in the excitement category for this hike. There was a 20% chance of rain when I looked at the weather forecast. It did not say thunder, but it's not surprising. Fortunately, I do have my rain gear. I learned the hard way from not bringing it on some other hikes. So I have my rain gear. I have a hat. I have warm clothes. I'll be okay, but if this rainstorm picks up, it might be not so much fun. Catching a sidelong glance of the view as I scurry from the incoming rainstorm. Just heard another large animal crashing through the brush off on the side of the trail that I think was a bear. So I quickly yelled at it. This is pretty exciting up here, man. I am glad that I'm back in the trees now, so I probably won't get hit by lightning. Okay, I have successfully descended Gregory Bald without being hit by a lightning bolt, and now I'm gonna go down Long Hungry Ridge Trail. I'm about halfway down the part of the hike that has the elevation gain and the decline, so that feels good. And I'm just stopping for a quick little snack break. I was starting to get too hungry to go on. It keeps thundering, but the rain has not yet started, so that's good. There are tons of rhododendrons here, not currently blooming, but this must be so gorgeous when they're all in bloom. Unfortunately, I've had to put my head net on. There are some little gnats flying around my face that keep trying to get in my eyes. So I'm in the last couple of miles here, and I would say typically my hiking comfort zone is up to 12 miles, and I can definitely feel that I've gone over that, which is good. I want to push myself so that I can hike longer distances. I'm going to need to kind of push myself into that discomfort zone a little bit. But yeah, these last couple miles I think are going to be a bit of a slog. Just come into campsite 92, which is along the Long Hungry Ridge Trail. It seems like a nice spot to camp. It's at the confluence of some streams. Here's the system for hanging your packs and bags to keep them away from bears. It's a little hard to see on the camera. There's a cable strung up between these 2 trees and then several cables coming down. So there's a little hook here that you can attach to your bag full of food and or your pack. I think they do want people to hang their packs as well. And then when you pull it down, there's a carabiner, and this you pull, and there's a clip on the tree that you attach it to, so it pulls your hook way up there. That is very cool. 3.1 miles left. I just came to the intersection of Long Hungry Ridge and Twentymile Loop and Twentymile Trail. I'm really glad I pushed myself today. It was good to know that I can do this. I was a little annoyed that I felt so fatigued at the end, but hopefully if I keep doing this, I'll be able to build up to it being easier. It's a little hard because where I live, there are not a lot of great hiking trails and there are not a lot of challenging trails to really develop your skills and your endurance, so I just have to kind of work with that. I think the hike today was a good mix of challenges, especially going uphill when it was so hot. I was sweating so much. And startling moments like seeing the bears, which in the end, I was really glad I got to see them. I have not experienced that before, and it was just so cool to see bears up close, even though it was unexpected and a little bit startling at the time. Now I'm really looking forward to eating a hot meal and going right to bed. You know you've had a good day hiking when the food in one of these freeze-dried pouches smells like the best thing ever.